Hey everybody, my name is John Jack Rainmaker Common. So why real estate? Pretty simple. Have you heard of the saying, follow the money? Well, I know you've heard of show me the money, okay? This is exactly the same. Follow the money. So if you're going to be involved in any kind of business, don't you want to go where the money is? I should hope so, right? Okay? So, let's talk about real estate. There's, of course, residential real estate and commercial real estate. According to Zillow, the valuation of residential real estate in America today is in excess of $33 trillion. Wow. I don't even know how many zeros that is. I know it starts with 33 and a whole bunch of zeros, and it's a lot of money. Okay, so residential real estate valuation over $33 trillion. Then we also have commercial real estate. You know, where are you sitting right now? Are you sitting in an office or are you sitting at home? Okay, so commercial real estate, office buildings, warehouses, flex space, whatever. Okay, the estimated valuation of commercial real estate in the United States today is in excess of $15 trillion. Combined, that's over $48 trillion of real estate valued in America today. Now that's a lot. Okay? Now the shoe business, by comparison, is worth about $6 billion a year. So, you've got a decision to make. Do I want to be in the shoe business or do I want to be in real estate? And here's something that's really kind of interesting I found out. How much of your paycheck do you spend on renting or your mortgage payment or on housing? Well, according to the Department of Labor and Statistics, government entity I know, we're not even going to talk about that, okay? The average American spends $16,800 a year on housing. That's right. So of the money you make and the money you spend, $16,800 a year, it's actually a little bit more than that, you spend it on housing. That's crazy. In fact, for most Americans, that represents more than 33% of their annual expenditures. Okay, so commercial real estate, 15 trillion. Residential real estate, 33 trillion. Average American spends over $16,000, over a third of their money on housing. Which business do you want to be in? Show me the money. Now, let's take a look at real estate. Real estate, you have real estate agents, 3% commission. It really varies, but I think across the country, it's about 3%. Now, of course, agents and brokers can negotiate what the fee might be or what the commission might be with their clients, right? Okay. You also have loan offices for residential mortgages, okay, because not many people have all the money to be able to write a check today and buy the house cash, okay? So what most people do is get financed. They rent money. They rent money from the bank and able to buy their house, which is sounds kind of crazy to me, right? I'm going to rent money to be able to buy a house. Anyway, we'll talk about money and renting money and all that other stuff at another time, okay? So you have loan officers. They all make money, okay? But also you have homeowners insurance. You have maintenance people. You have contractors, handyman, construction. And of course, the same goes for commercial real estate. But commercial real estate, it's kind of interesting because commercial real estates, I mean, not many people write $5 million check, to buy a house. They have to borrow the money too. But commercial real estate loans typically are what I call short-term loans. In other words, the paper's good for about 6 years to 9 years, sometimes 10 years to finance. Now, your payment schedule is based on a 15-year or a 30-year amortization. In other words, it's interest plus paying back the loan over 15 years or 30 years. But really, the note itself is only 6 years to maybe 9 years as it relates to term. So at the end of that term, when the note expires or is up, it's called a balloon note. There's a balloon payment due. Hey, the balance of the loan is due. Now what most building owners have to do or commercial property owners do is they either re-up with their existing lender, okay, or they find another lender, hopefully with better terms. And that's where loan officers cash in yet again with commercial lending on commercial properties, because a commercial loan officer, depends the size of the deal, what they negotiate, can make anywhere from 1% to, I've seen guys get as much as 8%, 9%, 10%, because the loan was extremely difficult. And you almost had to walk on water to make it happen. But hey, you know what? People get paid for what they can accomplish, right? We live in a results-driven society, I think. Well, especially when it comes to being an entrepreneur. So if you're thinking about getting involved in some kind of business, I know a lot of other guys say, hey, you know, real estate is in the portfolio of lots of millionaires. Yes, that's true. That's very true, okay? A lot of people have become millionaires through real estate. But the reality of it is, if you follow the money, it has to be real estate, because real estate, residential alone, the valuation's $33 trillion, and people typically sell their homes every 5 or 7 years. You know, they upgrade, they downgrade. My job moved me to another part of the country. We've got 3 kids instead of no kids, or 10 kids, right? Okay, or whatever. Or the kids have left and all gone to college, so it's just me and the other half. Does that make sense? Okay? And, or sometimes divorce. People have to sell their homes. Okay? Sometimes there's a change in financial situation. You know, those are kind of some of the bad news events. But those people are actually motivated sellers. Imagine you're a couple and you got to sell your house in a divorce. You want to get rid of this house quickly, which makes you a motivated seller, which means you could be a great buy for somebody who's an investor. But anyway, I get ahead of myself. So why real estate? Really simple. Just follow the money. My name is John Jack Rainmaker Common, Jack Rainmaker, because I make it rain, okay? Jack is a nickname for John. It's real simple. It's nice meeting you.